webinar, moving from loss recovery to loss prevention in accounts payable. My name is Natalia Lovenkova. I've been working with Satori Group for almost 6 years. I started as a business consultant and grew into my current role. Now I manage consulting, customer care, and project management teams. I have an extensive hands-on experience in writing analytics and implementing continuous control monitoring solutions. I have been involved in over 100 projects over the last years. Satori Group operates in Australia and New Zealand. It was founded in 2002, and we have 17 years of experience implementing SatoriCCM solutions. Satori's team includes 42 staff in Sydney head office, Melbourne, and Wellington in New Zealand. We are a multicultural company with people from all around the world. Currently, we have over 250 customers, including 50 CCM customers. Satori CCM is normally implemented across multiple business areas. Most of our customers, as many as 85%, implemented accounts payable Satori CCM solution. We monitor around 2.7 million transactions daily across all our customers. Over $7 billion worth of transactions monitored for one single customer alone. It takes as little as 3 months to get ROI after implementation of SatoriCCM solution. Our customers prevent hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars every year from being erroneously paid. I have mentioned CCM a few times already. So what is CCM? Continuous control monitoring is an automated and independent reassurance process that ensures that policies, procedures, cross-system transactions, and operational controls are operating effectively, efficiently, and achieving their function continuously. One might think that CCM is any kind of automated reports. However, CCM is not what you did about the exception, for example, duplicate invoice, not just the reporting. Why is CCM more than just automated exception reporting? CCM allows you to identify what happened to the exception. Is it investigated and closed, or still is an issue? Who is responsible to resolve it? A particular team member or a group of people? Were the resolutions actioned? Was it corrected in the customer ERP system? For example, duplicate invoice was canceled or voided. How long did it take? And which exceptions are still not resolved or started? Do we do it quickly enough to cancel duplicate invoices before they got paid? What was the root cause of the exception or a duplicate invoice? We want to fix it to avoid the same issue from happening again and again. We also want to know if this is a trend or just a random fluctuation. Was it caused by a particular reason, for example, end of financial year or hire of new staff? Are our exceptions reducing and controls improving? Or we just keep generating duplicate invoices again and again due to poor processes or failing controls? Is the assurance and governance improving or not? So simply automating exception reports is not a CCM solution. What defines success of CCM implementation is refined reports to reduce false positives. Users get frustrated and tired going through false positives, which leads to overlooking true exceptions, true duplicate invoices. Implementation of SatoriCCM should reduce your workload, not to increase it. Daily runs to detect and flag issues immediately. We run our analytics daily to make sure that we pick up duplicate invoices before it is too late and we go into a recovery mode rather than focusing on prevention. Some of our customers requested to run the analytics multiple times a day, which allows them to correct the issues almost immediately. Workflows. Workflows help us to ensure follow-up and avoid exceptions slipping through the cracks. Review reports allow you to check actions applied to the exceptions from the day before. We apply a second level of reassurance by flagging the exceptions closed as corrected yesterday, for example, marked as invoice canceled, but still sitting untouched in the customer system. And of course, root cause analysis. It helps us to improve business processes and to strengthen our controls. The goal is to bring the number of exceptions down to just a few, and it will free up time to allow you to add more analytics to test even more controls. SatoriCCM allows you to detect duplicate invoices at very early stages of the invoice workflow. When duplicate invoices entered in the system, you still can cancel them, and it takes seconds of minutes of your time to prevent those duplicate invoices from being paid. At the next step of the invoice workflow, when the invoice is approved, you still can reverse them. It might take you minutes or hours, but it's still prevented. If you miss the opportunity to prevent the duplicate invoices from being paid, you go into recovery mode, and it might take you days, weeks, or even months to recover your money. Just to recap on the previous slide, SatoriCCM allows you to identify the root cause of your duplicate invoices, reduce your internal cost of the time and money you spend by chasing duplicate invoices paid, and also to prevent loss. And it provides you 100% reassurance. Let's have a quick look at the Ccm Solution Architecture to understand how it works. Ccm can be implemented for any business process and any system, meaning that we can use any data sources. The data automatically extracted overnight and loaded into SatoriCCM to identify exceptions. All analytics run automatically daily or even multiple times a day. All the highly probable exceptions generated by the analytics are assigned to relevant users through workflow for review and closure. It also can be assigned to a group of people. There is also an escalation process to make sure unactioned exceptions are not being abandoned. A high-level summary of reported and closed exceptions is available through executive dashboards, providing 100% reassurance. Just to recap on our session, I would like to remind you what is required for successful implementation of SatoriCCM solution. Refined reports to reduce false positives and only report highly probable exceptions. Daily analytics runs to detect and flag issues immediately. Workflows to ensure follow-up. Review reports to check actions on the closed exceptions. And root cause analysis to improve business processes and to strengthen controls. Executive dashboards allow you to show trends and patterns, make user activity and workload visible, and provide flexible reporting. Thank you so much for your time.